Heron Tree Farm in Centreville, Santa is on hand to greet excited families. Well, at least that's how it seems to the farm's smallest customers.
I'll see them looking at Ed, and they'll go to their mother and they'll say, "Is that Santa Claus?"
Every tree will have this red tag on it.
Ed Caporian's resemblance to the jolly old elf is no coincidence.
Make sure it's on the tree.
It's a marketing idea, so I admit it.
My dad will start growing his beard, probably October. His weight seems to grow. Whenever his doctor gets on him, the Santa shrinks a little more and then he gets bigger.
But no matter how big Santa is, the size of the Christmas spirit here is always enormous. 15 acres of trees at about 1,000 trees per acre means even the pickiest of families can usually find the perfect pine.
Hey, Christmas tree! No, Will. Thanks, money.
These trees here.
Ed and his wife Harriet started planting trees in 1985. But they didn't sell their first tree until nearly a decade later.
The first couple years, we lost most of the trees we planted.
Nowadays, there's few reminders of those bumpy early days. You'll find white pine, blue spruce, and Douglas fir trees growing here. They also ship in Fraser firs because they're so popular, but difficult to grow in Maryland soil. Blue Heron Tree Farm is what they call a one-stop shop. Got a tree? Check. Now it's time to find some decor for the front door. These handmade wreaths come complete with a warm and fuzzy feeling.
And we usually put a little thank you tab. Tells them a little bit, hey, thanks. It's a little bit what it goes to benefit. And throw it out in the workshop.
In this case, it's Santa's daughter, Sue Simmons, who's in charge of the workshop. It's been that way for about 5 years after she took over the wreath operation from Harriet, her stepmother.
My stepmother had to take on some other responsibilities with the farm, and they asked, would you be interested in taking over the wreath dressing? I said, sure, as long as I can give the money away. Well, my father got a little flustered with that. He was like, what you? And I was like, no, seriously. I enjoy, part of the reason I got into this is because it gave me a great deal of joy.
Joy that has spread to about half a dozen other volunteer wreath dressers. All women that donate their time and their talents to create about 300 wreaths a year.
I used to wire everything together until I went to a supplier in Philadelphia to get the stuff that we've accumulated over the years to actually put on the wreath. And I saw them, they had a skillet and it was glue. And so that sort of revolutionized the production. Instead of having to individually wire and put this in, I stick it in glue and I figure out a place and I work the direction of the wreath and I tuck it in there and it dries in place. So I sort of work in a circular motion.
Glue may be what holds these wreaths together, but Sue says the tree farm is the glue that holds the family together.
It's a family farm, and that is a part of it. My mother died when she was 45, 46 years old. My father remarried to someone quite different. We were, at that point, a blended family. On reflection, I've often shared with my father, if you all hadn't started this crazy tree farm, how would we come together as a family? We're solving problems, we become more of a team, we are more of a family, we have shared experience and language.
And a shared goal, making the holiday season a little brighter for Eastern Shore families.